Namaste. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Just start with the 3 ohms. After that, we'll have Shanti sing a bhajan, and then we'll talk on Hanuman Chalisa. And later, Meenakshi Aunty will sing Hanuman Chalisa. Namaste, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shanti, can you please sing?
Yeah, Ramdas Kirtana. Bhajare Manasaraman, Bhajare Jagadabhiramam, Bhajare Manasaraman, Bhajare Jagadabhiramam, Bhajare Manasaraman. करद्रुत सरकोदण्डम् हरितुण्डायुध भुजदण्डम् करद्रुत सरकोदण्डम् हरितुण्डायुध भुजदण्डम् दासरथिं नरसिंहं भज दासरथिं सुरसिंहं दासरथिं नरसिंहं भज दासरथिं सुरसिंहं भज रे मानसरामं भज रे जगदभिरामं भज रे मानसरामम् मायामानवदेहं मुनि मानसरुचिकरगेहं मायामानवदेहं मुनि मानसरुचिकरगेहं रूपमदन शतकोटिं ददा रूपमदन शतकोटिं रूपमदन शतकोटिं ददा रूपमदन शतकोटिं भज रे मानसरामं भज रे जगदभिरामं भज रे मानसरामम् श्यामाजलधर श्यामं भज साम्ब शिवाश्रितपादं श्यामाजलधर श्यामं भज साम्ब शिवाश्रितपादं भद्राचलनिवासं परिपालित श्रीरामदासं भद्राचलनिवासं परिपालित श्रीरामदासं भज रे मानसरामं भज रे जगदभिरामं भज रे मानसरामं भज रे मानसरामं भज रे मानसरामं भज रे मानसरामं भज रे मानसरामं. Thank you.
Thank you, Shanti. Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh, Dr. Biram, can I share the screen, please?
1 second. Are you able to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you all see?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Namaste. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. I'll first chant the dohas that we already studied, and then we'll talk about two dohas today. I want to quickly go over Hanuman Ashtakam, which is also called Sankat Mochan. And some other day, hopefully, we'll be able to talk about it in more detail. Sri Guru Charana Saroj Raja Nij Man Mukur Sudari Baranau Raghuvar Bimalayaso Jodayak Falachari बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत तुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा हाथ वज्र ध्वजा बिराजे कांडे मूंज जने वो साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा बिकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर समारे रामचंद्र के काज समारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाये श्री रघुवीर हर शिवर लाये रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई सहस बदन तुम जस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद शारद सहित हईषा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जल दिलागी गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपै, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै, महावीर जब नाम सुनावै। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावै, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावै, मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावै. So we are going to talk about these two verses. Nashe rog hare sab pira, japat nirantar hanumat veera. So for the one who recites on Hanuman on a regular basis, all the diseases will perish, and nashe sabu pira. Pira is pida. There will not be any obstacles. There will not be any pain. And the next doha is also similar. Sankat se Hanuman chudavai. The Bhagavan Hanuman will release us from sankatas, release us from sufferings. Mane krama bachana dhyana jo lavai. So krama is actually karma. So if you do dhyana with the manas, karma, and vachana. So in your mind, in your thought, in your deeds, and in your words. If you do dhyana to Bhagavan Hanuman, which is like dhyana 24/7. Whenever we do something, we worship Bhagavan. When we eat something, we worship Bhagavan as though we are feeding Bhagavan. When we are walking, we walk as though we are doing parikrama. When we are sleeping, we are doing dandavat to Bhagavan. That's what Kabirji says. So that is bhakti 24/7. That is dhyana 24/7. And when we do that, we get to experience Bhagavan Hanuman in us. We get to like when we invoke Bhagavan Hanuman, we unveil Bhagavan Hanuman within us to be that infinity within us that is innate in us. So, like Dr. Rao said yesterday, we don't go looking for God. We don't go looking for happiness. We don't go looking for strength. We unveil it within ourselves. We remove the Maya and we experience it ourselves. We uncover that light within ourselves. And when we uncover that strength manifests within ourselves. And Hanuman Ashtakam is just this, which cites examples of different times and places where Bhagavan Hanuman played a role in removing the obstacles in life. And there is a book written by Swami Swarupananda, who is the current world head of Chinmaya Mission. And it's a beautiful small book that I urge you to get it and buy it. It's a small book. We won't have time to go over that in detail today, but I'm hoping we'll be able to do it someday. So I'll just chant each. I think we can call it Doha. and each of it narrates a different story, whereby uh, Bhagavan Hanuman was the Sankat Mochak. And this is the book actually describes it both in religious and secular way. Again, I keep bringing this back again and again, that the religious teachings are not just to be discussed and remembered next time we do satsang. These teachings are meant to be applied in life, in everybody's life. And So, for interest of time, I'll be a little bit fast and I'll be partly reading through the book. And like I said, we can discuss this in detail more. So, I just want to introduce it today. So, the first verse is बाल समय रवि बख्शीलियो तब तीन हो लोक भयो अंधियारो ताहि सो त्रास भयो जग को यह संकट काहू सो जात न टारो देवन आनी करी बिनती तब चांडी दियो रवि कष्ट निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो. The meaning of this is, O Bhagavan Hanuman, once you flew up to the sun to grab and swallow it as if it were an apple or a sweet ball to appease your hunger. Due to your childish prank, darkness engulfed the whole world, and no one knew how to release the sun. Devatas came and beseeched you. You released the sun and saved the world from chaos. O Lord Hanuman, who in the world does not know that your name is Sankat Mochan, the deliverer from all sorrows? And here, this also represents the first cause of sorrow is ignorance, and the solution to that is removing the ignorance. You remove the ignorance by removing the same as removing the Maya. Like we always talk about it, you the 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 solution for the problem of ajnana is jnana. And here you, with jnana, you uncover yourself and unveil the Maya from around you and experience that infinity within you. The next doha is बाली की त्रास कपि सब से गिरि जात महाप्रभु पंथ निहारो चौकी महामुनि साप दियो तब चाहिए कौनो विचार विचारो कै द्विज रूप लिवाय महाप्रभु सो तुम दास के शोक निवारो को नहीं जानत हे जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो. This is about how Bhagavan Hanuman introduces Sugriva and Rama and relieves the difficulties of Sugriva. In other words, he becomes the Sankatamochan to Sugriva. So meaning is, O Bhagavan Hanuman, scared was the ape king Sugriva of his mighty brother Vali as he hid himself on top of a mountain. Lord Rama was moving through the forest, and the ape king Sugriva knew that Vali could not come to the mountain because of a curse. Yet he lived in a state of fear and wanted to know how to save his life. O Hanuman, disguising yourself as a Vipra, Brahmin, the knower of Vedas, you went to Lord Rama, persuaded him to come to the ape king and thus delivered him from his sorrows. O Lord Hanuman, who in the world does not know that your name is Sankat Mochan, the deliverer from all sorrows. There is a Kannada bhajan. I'll just sing one line. Um, the when when Hanumanji met Sri Rama and Lakshmana, they ask who each other are, and when they saw Bhagavan Hanuman was in he was disguised as a Brahmin boy, but when he asks who you are, he says he goes around Bhagavan Hanuman with folded hands, says na nimma dasanaya Sitarama na nimma dasanaya na nimma dasanaya Sitarama na nimma dasanaya. He says, I'm your dasa. The bhajan is long and we will sing another day. But there is a Harikatha by Sant Keshav Das on Sundar Kanda, and he starts Harikatha with this bhajan. I really liked it, so I thought I'll just introduce that to you. But there is a lot written on why Sugriva didn't go himself uh, um, to meet Rama and Lakshmana. But the main thing is uh, we needed a guru, and he needed a guru in Hanuman to introduce himself, to connect him to Bhagavan Rama. So the we have talked about how Sugriva is like a wooden log and Bhagavan Rama is like a Agni, and you needed that Pavana to meet the Agni and the wooden log, and that was Bhagavan Hanuman. And interesting thing is here, there was no Sita with Bhagavan Rama. Sita is an epitome or representation of bhakti, and some say that that bhakti was in Sugriva was probably lacking in the beginning till he came to know who Bhagavan Rama was. The next doha is Angad ke sang lene gaye siya khoj kapi saya bain ucharo जीवत ना बेची बची हो हम सो जो बिना सो लाए यहाँ पगुधारो हे रीत के तट सिंधु तबे तब लाय सिया सोदी प्राण उभारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो. So the translation of this is, O Bhagavan Hanuman, monkey scouts and Angada, the son of Vali, went with you in search of Sita. They were worried as they knew that the ape king would not spare their lives if they returned without Sita's whereabouts. Here, ape king is Sugriva. So they had to find Sita and they had no other choice. Everyone was tired and depressed because they could not find Sita. At that time of distress, you brought the message from Sita and the information of her whereabouts, thus saving the lives of monkey scouts. O Bhagavan Hanuman, who in the world does not know that your name is Sankat Mochan, the deliverer from all sorrows. The, here, actually, this explanation can be very long because it starts from beginning of Sundarkanda and ends with Sundarkanda. But the main thing is Bhagavan Hanuman played Sankat Mochak here. And it starts with everybody trying to talk about their strength, but at the end, everybody was saying that they couldn't jump, they couldn't leap to Lanka and come back successfully. And Jambavan at one time was strong, but he himself thought he was too old. While everybody was talking about their strength, there was one monkey who was sitting in the back with folded hands, with head bowed down, and that happened to be Hanuman. And Jambavan had to remind him of his strength, wake him up, and in fact, apparently, he was told that he was a Mahabali. He was a Dhama, reservoir of all the strength. But he humbly said that I am just the Dhama, and I don't have the strength. That strength belongs to Ram Bhagwan. I'm just the holder. I'm just the house, but the what is inside the house does not belong to me. But that is a expression of humility. But the main point relevant to today is he saved not only Angada but the whole Vanara Sainya, Vanara Parivar, because they had no option, no alternative other than finding Sita, and only Bhagavan Hanuman could do that. Um, the next verse is रावण त्रास दई सिय को सब राक्षसी सो कही शोक निवारो ताहि समय हनुमान महाप्रभु जाई महारज निचर मारो चाहत सिया सो को सो आगी सुदय प्रभु मुद्रिका सो को निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो. This talks about how Bhagavan Hanuman was the Sankat Mochak for Sita Ma. The meaning translation of this verse is when Ravana was torturing Sita by appointing many female demons, and Sita was pleading with them to relieve her from sorrows, you arrived at that spot at the right moment and destroyed many strong demons. When Sita was asking the Ashoka tree to grant her fire to destroy her own life, you dropped the ring of Lord Sri Rama and thereby removed all Sita's sorrows from her heart. So when Sita Ma was very depressed and she was begging for fire, she was told that there is no fire. Um, right at that time, when she was at the peak of depression, Lord Bhagavan just dropped the antidepressant, which is ring from Bhagavan Rama with this name on it, and thus he was instrumental in removing Mother Sita's sorrows from her heart. O Lord Hanuman, who in the world does not know that your name is Sankat Mochan, the deliverer from all sorrows. The next doha is बाण लग्यो और लक्ष्मण के तब प्राण तजे सुत रावण मारो ले ग्रह वैद्य सुषेण समेत तबै गिरि द्रोण सुबीर उपारो आनिस जीवन हाथ दई तब लक्ष्मण के तुम प्राण उबारो को नहीं जानत हे जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो. So here, this is an example of Bhagavan Hanuman becoming the Sankat Mochak to Lakshmana. When Lakshmana's heart was pierced by the arrow of Ravana's son and he became unconscious, you brought the medical man Sushena, you brought the doctor along with this house, and you also brought the whole mountain with the medicinal plant, thus saving the life of Lakshmana, the brother of Lord Sri Rama. So here, this is a perfect example of timely help, and Bhagavan Hanuman was so swift in bringing Sanjeevani, and when he could not find Sanjeevani, he brought the whole mountain with him because he had to be very prompt. And he had obstacles just like we have obstacles in life, and he got through all the obstacles and successfully brought the medicine to save Lakshmana's life. O Lord Hanuman, who in the world does not know that your name is Sankat Mochan, the deliverer from all sorrows? So here, Bhagavan Hanuman not only brought the doctor, but he also brought the medicine. So that's what we need. And the next doha is look at the time. Okay. Next doha is रावण युद्ध अजान कियो तब नाग की फांस सबे सिर ढारो श्री रघुनाथ समेत सबे दल मोह भयो यह संकट भारो आनी कगेस तबे हनुमान जो बंधन काटी सुत्रास निवारो को नहीं जानत हे जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो. So Ravana invited the war due to his ignorance, and being invisible, he spread the spell of Nagapasha, the mesh of snakes, on everyone, including Sri Rama. So everyone was hypnotized, including Sri Rama, and they did not know how to get out of this danger. So here, Bhagavan Hanuman was the Sankat Mochak to Bhagavan Sri Rama himself. So at that time, he brought Garuda, he brought the Lord of Birds, the great eagle, to cut the snake bondage, the Nagapasha of all, and thus you delivered everyone from evil influences. So even Bhagavan Rama uh, uh, was helped, and Bhagavan Hanuman was the Sankat Mochak to Sri Rama himself. O Lord Hanuman, who in the world does not know that your name is Sankat Mochan, the deliverer of all sorrows? The next one. बंधु समेत जबे अहि रावण ले रघुनाथ पताल सिधारो देवी ही पूजी भली बैदी सो बलि देवु सबे मिली मंत्र विचारो जाय सहाय भयो तब ही अहि रावण सैन्य समेत संवारो को नहीं जानत हे जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो. This is another example of where Bhagavan Hanuman was the Sankat Mochak to Sri Rama and Lakshmana. So when the great demon Ahiravana kidnapped Lord Sri Rama and his brother Lakshmana and went to the other side of the earth, that is Patala, and conspired to offer them as human sacrifices to worship the mother goddess. You went to their rescue and destroyed Ahiravana and the whole army. So, in fact, Ahiravana also was Devi Bhakta. Only problem is he did not know how to use that Shakti. And Shakti can be used for good, and Shakti can also be used for evil acts. So it's like nature, Prakriti. So the same fire can destroy the world, but it can also be used for good purposes. Atom can be used as energy source, but it can also be misused. And Ahiravana was an example of that. And uh, uh, Bhagavan Hanuman promptly intervened and kind of actually tricked Ahiravana, so causing his own destruction. O Lord Hanuman, who in the world does not know that your name is Sankat Mochan, a deliverer from all sorrows? काज किए बड़ देवन के तुम बीर महाप्रभु देखी विचारो कौन सो संकट मोर गरीब को जो तुम सो नहीं जात है ठारो बेगी हरो हनुमान महाप्रभु जो कुछ संकट होय हमारो को नहीं जानत हे जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो. O Bhagavan Hanuman, you have done great favors for all of the Devas and were recognized as the bravest and greatest man of the world. How can any problems of my poor self be incurable to you? I beseech you, O Hanuman, please come soon and deliver me from all my sorrows, whatever they may be. O Lord Hanuman, who in the world does not know that your name is Sankat Mochan, the deliverer from all sorrows? So this is a expression of Sharanagati, and there are different aspects of Sharanagati, but Bhagavan Hanuman is an epitome of uh, how one can surrender to the infinity and express that infinity within himself. And he was an expression of bhakti, and bhakti is ananta, that infinite. Bhakti is siddha, bhakti is nitya, bhakti is nutana, bhakti is akshaya, abhaya, and it brings God and bhakta closer and together, and it causes both to unite together and become one. And I will okay. लाल देह लाली लसे अरुदरि लाल लंगूर वज्र देह दानव दलन जय 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 कपिसूर जय 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 कपिसूर लाल देह लाली लसे अरुधरि लाल लंगूर वज्र देह दानव दलन जय 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 कपिसूर जय 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 कपिसूर जय 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 कपिसूर. Thank you. Now I request Meenakshi Aunty to sing Hanuman Chalisa. Meenakshi Aunty, are you there? Let's see. Meenakshi Aunty, I don't see her. I have a different screen. Do you all see her? If not, can we have a volunteer? Let me see.
Lakshmi, would you like to chant Hanuman Chalisa?
Okay, I can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Give me 1 second.
Thank you.
Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nij Mana Mukura Sudhari Varano Rakhubar Vimala Yasha Jodayaka Bhalachari बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिकै सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महा वीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन भरण विराज सुबेश कानन कुंडल कुंजित केश हाथ वज्र औ ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान जी राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय संजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषियुर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई सहस बदन तुमरो यश गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीश नारद सारद सहित अहीश यम कुपेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कही सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा राम लक्ष्मण जानकी हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरी मुख माही, जलधि लांघि गई अजरज नाही, दुर्गम काज जगत के दे दे, सुगमानुग्रह तुमरे ते ते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, ओट न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे, सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरण, तुम रक्षक खाडूरो डरना। आपन तेज समारो आप, तीनों लोक हम ते कापे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की, राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, दासु अमित जीवन भय पावे। चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की, राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्मी हरि भक्त कहाई, और देवता चित्तन धरही, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करही। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई। कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई, सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंधि महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजे नाथ हृदय माडेरा, कीजे नाथ हृदय माडेरा। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की, राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की, जय बोलो हनुमान की, जय बोलो हनुमान की। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित Surabhupa. Jai Shri Ram.
Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti 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 He. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And we're open to comments.
Anup, thank you for that beautiful discourse. And Lakshmi, thank you for that wonderful Hanuman Chalisa. Thank you.
Thank you. It was beautiful rendering, Lakshmiji. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shamala ji is there. Shamala ji.
Yes, yes. I was waiting to make a comment. Thank you, Anup, for bringing down this beautiful Ashtakam, Sangadamojana Ashtakam of Hanumanji. I remember about 20 years ago when Swami Tejamayananda was doing a discourse on Hanuman Chalisa. Of course, you know, he being a Hanuman Bhaktan himself at the highest level, how his discourses are, you know, you thoroughly enjoyed. I actually had a second time listening to him in Situbari later on. And one of the devotees of, and we went through the Sangada Harana also. One of the great devotees at that time, who was my roommate at that time, she told me that Shamla, if you cannot memorize all these 8 shlokas, just do the last one. So with your permission, let me just repeat it. And then, you know, I want to make a comment on the doha of this shloka, of this ashtaka, which comes at the end. काज किए भर देवन के तुम वीर महाप्रभु दीखि विचारो कौन सो संगड़ मोरु गरीब को जो तुम सो नहीं जात न ठारो बेगी हरो हनुमान महाप्रभु जो कुछ संकट होय हमारो को नहीं जानत गाय जग में कभी संकट मोचन नाम से संगड मोचन दाम देहारो को नहीं जानत हाय जग में कभी संकट मोचन दाम देहारो संगड मोचन नाम देहारो संगड मोचन नाम देहारो. So she told me that, you know, just memorize this sloka, and just this one sloka will do, bring all the effect you are looking for. I'm not going into the meaning, because Anuv has also beautifully explained everything. And also, I also would recommend the Swami Swarupananda's book very, very highly. Okay, it is beautifully written. He brings all the aspects of this, not only on this sloka about the greatness of Hanumanji and everything that is associated with it. And a brief comment about the Doha itself. लाल देह लालिल से हरुधरि लाल लंगूर वज्र देह दानव दलन जय 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 कपिसूर. Because it is a little different from what we say Pavana Tanaya Sankadarana. Here Hanumanji's tail is being described. He is also described as with a body with brilliance which is like lightning the whole world. And then Tulsidas, he disguised as a long-tailed monkey who spied Lanka. You are strong, you are like thunderbolt, which can kill any enemy. And meditating upon you again and again, O Ramadasa, O Rama Duda, such beautiful words. But here, the importance of the tale of Hanumanji is, as we have mentioned this earlier as well, so when the 11th form, Rudra form of Shiva wanted to become Hanumanji in Rama Avatara, Parvati came forward, how can you leave behind me? I want to help Hanuman also during this time. So she really became Hanumanji's tail, okay? And you can see that when Devi is there as the energy in Hanumanji's tail, who can stop him from being strong? That is why after burning with the Agni, everything, Ravana couldn't do anything, and everywhere, the tale was so successful, and there is a tradition in the north that, they do worship this tale itself for several number of days. They put kungumam after each day's puja, they put kungumam from the top all the way down and worship this. This is a special puja for Hanuman's stage itself, which is equivalent to doing puja for none other than Durga or Parvati Devi. So I just wanted to bring this up. Thank you again, Anu, for giving this beautiful explanation. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. Thank you. It was beautiful.
Any final comments?
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock, Dr. Bayram. I had a few comments, but I can do in the next session. No problem. But what a wonderful explanation by both, and soulful rendering by Anup and Shamalaji. Thank you. Thank you for coming in.
Dr. Raju, what do we have tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday, and Girija Garu will talk about Krishna Tattvam. And then Thursday, we have taken a day off from here, but much more devotional fervor will be there in the mandir on the occasion of Sivaratri. And then Friday, Sri Ram Sarvottam.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Raju. Thank you, Anup.
Thank you.
You all have a wonderful evening. Shubharatri.
Shubharatri.
Very beautiful rendering, Anup. Exceptionally good. Thank you. Thank you.
Shubharatri.
Shubharatri.